Have you seen any birds lately? Wait, are you packing?
I am. I know what you're trying to do by downplaying all of this.
I'm not downplaying anything. Just people are scared, babe. And scared people do dumb things.
I'm just not gonna have this conversation with you again. I think we need to head up north and stay with my brother. I think it's what's best for the boys.
In this film, Hybrid, this family is preparing for the apocalypse. They are somehow able to predict something bad is going to happen and are trying to take measures to leave and figure out what to do. I love the plot of this film. It's really interesting, and I would love to see where they could take this. I think it has really similar start to many apocalypse shows like The Walking Dead, but this one seems more supernatural, like alien activity or something, which I think is more unique. And also, I think the main character did an amazing job. The acting and casting choice there was great. I really loved how ominous the film was throughout, and I think they did a great job building up that suspense.
Hybrid. I loved the acting and the cinematography in this piece. They both really stood out. I think above all, the performances felt super naturalistic, despite obviously the fantasticness of the situation that these characters find themselves in. Their performances are very grounded and feel like how many of us would react in a kind of similar situation. The child acting especially felt very realistic and not overdone, which can sometimes, I think, be the case. The cinematography felt so cinematic here. This truly felt like it was more of an excerpt from a feature film rather than just a standalone short in itself. And I think the ending really speaks to that even further. The cliffhanger, which made me, I wanted to know what was going to happen next. But that's what a lot of great works of art do. They leave us wanting more, and this one certainly does that. So fantastic job.
Hybrid. I thought this was so fascinating. First of all, birds always know. If the birds are being weird, if the birds disappear, or animals in general, but specifically birds, they always know. And all of these things they know. So if birds disappear, you should also disappear. Like, that is my general rule of thumb. But besides that, I did like that they threw that in because it is something that gets played up a bunch in a variety of movies. A lot of them are alien, or a lot of them are, you know, kind of world-ending events and things like that, just like weird things happening with, you know, the environment or globally, or like I said, aliens or whatever. Like, the birds always know. But I do really enjoy that they added that because I thought it was really fun. I also think that it is one of those things that, generally speaking, you can take as a sign. If, you know, birds, animals in general, but if birds start behaving in a different way, if they disappear or they, you know, are flying in a different direction or whatever, then is generally normal for them during that time of year, then something is going on. I think that that is just a good rule of thumb to follow. Like, but I did like that they added it in. I thought it was really great because, like I said, it is a very common theme in a lot of movies. So I like that they added it in, and then it got dismissed in this movie because it's like, yeah, whatever, it's just the birds. Like, who cares if they're behaving differently or if they've, you know, disappeared or whatever else. Which, again, like I said, I really enjoy. I thought it was great. But I think that this is just such an interesting, almost collision of fear and grief and paranoia and, you know, kind of dismissing and, you know, being almost like not a conspiracy theorist, but like an anti-conspiracy theorist, like prejudiced against obviously the way that her brother chooses to live because he has like a compound and, you know, he's prepared and all of these things. And, you know, I just thought it was such an interesting kind of, like I said, collision of all of these things that they're both feeling in just very different ways, and how it was manifesting in their relationship, and a relationship that was clearly already strained from, loss and grief apart from everything else, and how that plays such a big role into how you react later on in life. And because when you've dealt with grief, when you've dealt with tragedy, especially something so personal and so terrible, it will affect every decision you make after that. Big ones and small ones affect it in ways that you don't even realize, but it does have a lasting effect in how you behave, how you think, what risks you are and are not willing to take. And I think that, like I was saying, this manifested for the two of them in very different ways, but I think they were feeling the same things, but they were just not feeling them together. They were not feeling them on the same page. And I liked the dynamic that they played up with the son and how they were trying to shield him, but obviously they're having this very big discussion and very big disagreement. And then at the end, the birds are always right. Birds are always right. So I thought that all of it was really great. I really liked it.
This film is called Hybrid. This was a truly terrifying sci-fi. The whole film kept me on the edge of my seat. The writing was so suspenseful. The boy actor was good, so believable, and his parents also bickered in a relatable way. The music was very dramatic and really added to the fear. I also appreciated the overall gloomy lighting. I want to know what happens next. Well done. Hybrid. Check it out.